Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who picked Anderson Silva to defeat Daiju Takase. And I'm here to talk about Mick Parkin versus Mohammed Usman. My pick for this fight is Mick Parkin wins a decision, but I'm not betting on it. I might bet on the over because I think this fight will probably suck. But Mick Parkin, I don't have any confidence in him after that last fight against Kyle Machado, where he won a decision, but I certainly thought he lost. And I also think Muhammad Usman's a tricky fighter. Not tricky in a way that like Gerald Mearshart is, but he's a really good neutralizer. He's a guy that probably doesn't want the fastest paced fight because he's got to feed a lot of fucking muscle, but he's got that power that he can use, like Tyron Woodley, to slow the fight down, trying to scare his opponents from bringing it from a level 2 to a level 5 or whatever. And also, as he showed against Junior Tafa, he can go the grappling route as well and slow the fight down that way. I don't know if that's always going to be available for him, though. I think that's only available against a few fighters, and Junior Tafa was one of them. But I do expect this fight, even if it is a slow one, to be close. I think this will be a close fight. I'm expecting Mick Parkin to win with a little bit of volume, an edge on volume. And Mick Parkin's a big guy, going to be tough to bully around. I think this one can be slowed down, probably will be slowed down in a few different ways. But in the end, Mick Parkin narrowly wins by decision. Muhammad Usman has been finished once by a rear naked choke, technical choke, I believe, to Brandon Sales, where he was knocked down with a check right hook and then never really recovered. And they were both gassed. You know, that was deep into round 2 when he got tapped. But his only other loss is to Dontel Mays very early on by decision. So it's not like I know exactly what he looks like when he loses. I know exactly what it looks like when he loses. He's only lost twice. Mick Parkin's never lost. I'm just guessing this will be a slow, competitive fight where they use their assets to keep themselves safe and, again, slow the fight down so no one has to find out what it feels like in round 3 of a hellacious fight. But Mick Parkin, again, I lost confidence in him after that last fight. I thought he looked good against Jamal Pogues in his debut, and I guess really good in his contender series fight before that. But at the UFC level, that's where we're going to find out where he belongs, fighting these UFC fighters. And despite the win over Pogues, I thought he looked like shit in the win against Kyle Machado. But I don't think that's a performance that Muhammad Usman can duplicate. You know, I don't think he's got the volume of Kyle Machado in the movement. He's a little slower, more plodding, and power based. So Mick Parkin is the pick. I think, you know, even if Muhammad Usman tries to slow the fight down, he's a big guy. He can probably rough up anybody in the clinch or at least lean on him. And I think at range, again, it's going to be a little bit of edge to the volume for Mick Parkin. So that is the pick. I'm staying away from this betting wise, and I will watch the fight, but I'm expecting a pretty fucking dreadful fight. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.